welcome back to Magic Tarot Cards. It's Jasmine with a 3-card spread. This is for the zodiac sign of Leo for March 2020. Now remember, it's just a general reading. It's for everybody. If it doesn't resonate with you, then it's not meant for you. Okay? If you want something that's meant for you, you can get a personal reading with the information down below. Contact me and I will contact you back. Other than that, let's get started. We have the 10 of Wands. We have the, what is this, 5, 6, 8, the 8 of Swords. And then we have the Hangman. All right, so with the first one, I'm going to set it right there, stabilize my camera. Okay, with the 10 of Wands, Leo, it looks like, okay, this is in the past position, so it looks like you're carrying a lot on your shoulders. You see how the man has bent over? And the load is very heavy for him, but he's still able to carry the wands. Excuse me. So that might be the energy that you were in, maybe in February or a few months past, because this is the past position. But you were feeling like, in all areas of your life, you were feeling like you had too much responsibility on your shoulder, whether it was work or relationship or, you know, a job. You were tired mentally and physically. I'm seeing if you were involved with the Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, or this could be you. I'm seeing there's someone else that was putting too much responsibility on you, okay? You were even taking the burdens of your extended family, like maybe relatives, your parents, you know, brothers and sisters or cousins or whatever. And they were putting all their burdens on you. And not only were you carrying your own, but you were carrying theirs too. So, I mean, and you got worn out mentally and physically. Maybe at your job, they were giving you too much responsibility. I'm seeing that they were telling you to do stuff that's not in your job description. And you were like, okay, why am I doing this? This isn't even part of my job. I'm not getting paid for it, so why am I doing this stuff? So, okay, you need to speak up. That's why you have a mouth. You need to speak up. And, you know, you tell your boss or whoever's putting this responsibility, look, this isn't in my job description. So, you know, I don't feel like I need to be doing this. And if I am going to do it, then you need to pay me extra. Okay? And as far as your family is concerned, you know, you got to be able to take care of your own problems first before you take care of anybody else's. Because how are you going to take care of yourself or anyone else if you can't take care of yourself, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so this card here is to remind you to keep your priorities straight. Make sure you're handling your stuff first before you take care of everybody else, because you're just shouldering too much. See, these are way too many wands for you to be shouldering. There's 10 wands there. Each one represents something. Okay, so moving on to the next card is the 8 of Swords. Okay, so this represents fear, bondage, and you see how the woman is blindfolded and then the swords are behind her. And there's her home back there, but she can't get to it. So it looks like she's imprisoned with this wands. They're surrounding her, and she's not even standing in the ground. She's part of her feet are in water. So she's not feeling stable mentally or physically. This is also the card of jail, prison. I see someone that's in prison or in jail, or you might be feeling this way. You might be feeling the energy of being imprisoned or locked up in your mind. Maybe the situation that you were in this card here, here, maybe has you feeling like you're in a prison. Maybe your job has you feeling like you're in a prison, or your relationship. I'm seeing a Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius could be locked up if you're with one, or if you're in a relationship with a Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius that's making you feel like you're in prison. Maybe that person's putting too many restrictions on you, and you can't move freely in your relationship. So, excuse me. So I'm seeing that also, you know, if you were with family members, you know, like you were carrying all their burdens, that was making you feel restricted, feeling fear that you can't pay your own bills because you were paying their bills. Yeah. I'm seeing that there's a fear of, if you move out of a situation, that you don't know what will come next or replace it. Okay, so if you're stuck in a relationship that makes you feel imprisoned or restricted, but you stay in it because you have a fear of you don't know what's next, that's bad. Okay, that's bad to have that feeling. Don't stay in a relationship because you don't know what's next. Okay, you won't know what's next until you get out of it. And you have to close one door before another door opens. Okay, so I see a lot of you that are in relationships like that. You feel imprisoned, maybe mentally or physically. I'm seeing physical abuse, but you don't leave because you don't know what's next. You're afraid of what's going to replace that. Well, you don't want something else bad to replace it. You want something good to replace it. So I see a bondage of fear because of that, okay? And you don't feel secure. I'm seeing that you don't feel secure. These swords represent restricted actions, okay? Indecision. I'm hearing indecision, restricted actions. This card makes you feel like you've created your own prison, and some of you have. You've created your own prison mentally, and now you don't know how to get out of this. You don't know which way to go or which way to move, and you're feeling too weak. And I'm feeling that you're too weak to fight for your own rights. I'm hearing that. That could be at a job or at home. You're too weak to fight for your own rights. And this is a vicious cycle that just keeps going over and over because you don't move out of the situation. Okay? So I am seeing self-imposed restrictions. Like maybe you're putting restrictions on yourself because of a certain situation. And you're not able to think clearly. I'm hearing that you're not able to think clearly. So if you need counseling, seek counseling, maybe marriage counseling if you're married, or some type of counseling to help you. But it's time to move out of that energy. That's a horrible energy to be, that you can't even move out of a relationship because you're afraid of what's going to replace it. Well, you won't know what's going to replace it until you get out of it. So it's time to move out of that. Okay? So the next card is the Hangman. Okay, that's telling you to release. That's release and sacrifice. This is the card of release and sacrifice. So that means it's time for you to make a move. This card is here telling you that it's time to make a move. It's time to get out of what no longer serves you. Because I know you have a desire for a more better life. So for a higher life, for a higher than the status that where you're at now. So the Hangman is here to tell you to accept the new direction that's coming, but you got to release first. You got to sacrifice and release so you can move on to the next stage of your life. Okay? Yeah. I'm seeing that heaven has other things to offer you. I'm seeing a complete change of lifestyle once you release yourself from this fear here, and you're carrying all these wands over here. Once you release that, this card here is telling you heaven's going to bring you new things, bring new things to offer, a complete change of lifestyle, whether it be job, marriage, relationship, or friendships, or whatever it is. The Hangman's here to tell you that it's going to be okay. It's going to bring you all that in when you let go and release. I keep hearing that word over and over. Okay? Yeah, so it's okay to grieve over something or think about the past as well, but you can't stay there forever. You cannot stay in one energy forever. You have to move past a bad energy. If you're in a bad energy, you have to move past it. Okay? It's time to move out of those energies. Let go. Let go. I'm seeing someone that's afraid to let go because they have a self-image about them and they don't want to lose that self-image. Well, none of that matters. If you're in a bad relationship, then what does it matter what your self-image is? I mean, you got to get out of that anyway. No one's going to care if you broke up with someone, okay? That happens all the time. People break up, they get back together. So it doesn't matter. People aren't going to think bad of you, or your image isn't going to change just because you broke up with someone. Okay? Because that's what I'm hearing. Some of you don't want to break up because you're afraid of what other people are going to think. Who cares what other people think? Okay? Why be miserable in a relationship just because you're wondering what other people are going to think? I don't give a damn what other people think. I'm going to live my life and be happy and do the things that please me and make me happy, because in the end, that's what it's all about. People, live their lives for themselves, okay? And why stay in a bad, terrible relationship because of an image, okay? So that's what this message is here. And I do see you coming out of that, but it's time to let go. You got to find your strength. This card is telling you to find your strength, because the former life the life that you're living in is not going to be, going to go anywhere. It's not. You're going to always remain the same if you stay in that energy. So it's time for you to leave and get out of that energy and move forward. Okay? Yeah. So, excuse me. So this, it's not actually a bad reading. I do see, positive towards the end, but you just got to get through all this other stuff over here first. All right, Leo? So that's your message, your quick message for February, March 2020. And you can do it. You can do it if you're afraid, because this is the card of fear. If you're afraid, you can do it. Seek some help. Call someone that you can trust to talk to, that can encourage you. Maybe if you're in school, talk to your counselor. Or if you're older adult, you need a counselor, talk to them. You can talk to anyone, your best friend, your pastor at church. Anyone that will listen to you and give you advice can help you move through this energy here. Okay, guys? So that's your reading for Leo, March 2020. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys. Thank you for all the subscribers so far. I really appreciate it. And leave your comments down below. Tread lightly in the comments, because I've had a few nuts that's left some weird comments. And let me tell you, I just delete them. I don't even read them. If I see that someone's leaving a bad comment, bye-bye. I just delete them, because I don't got time for that. All right, y'all. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.